Yo, can you hear me?
Yo,
Brother. Sorry, mate. Couple technicals and that. A bit mad, as you can tell. Like I'm in a complete different space. I've been
where's man in the bathroom, bro?
I've been relegated to the utility cupboard. You get me? But it's all good. It's all good. We are here. You get me? By any means, bro. By any means, we are here, bro. I've invited everyone, so we're gonna get into this one quickly. So yeah, Deck 1, Deck 2 podcast. Your boy Deck 2 over here, aka C6.
And on Deck 1, aka Fats Official.
All right, so it's all good. What's this episode? What 6?
7.
Episode 7. Time's flying, bro.
We got to pop a bottle for like number 10 or something.
Nah, definitely. You get me? I got the bottles from. I got them. I got the crates on crates. You get me?
Not the kind of bottle I was thinking. But...
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah. All right, listen. All right, here's the thing now. So this week, I think we're going to talk about something a little different, something a little outside my comfort zone, in terms of a genre. Some people have a major issue with it. Some people just hate it.
Yeah.
This is probably like the Marmite of genres.
Yeah.
You love it, like love it.
Yeah.
Or
it's like its own world.
Yeah, you love it and you're in the world, or you it's just not for you. I've seen people stop raving because of this genre. But equally,
it's one of them toilet breaks sometimes.
Yeah. This comes out.
Although nowadays it's a bit more of a, you know what I mean, but it's still a bit.
It has its thing. So all right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about soca. Talk about soca music. Talk about the carnival lifestyle, the fete lifestyle, all the things we are going. And obviously, as you know, due to this quarantine,
and not going in.
That's what I'm saying. Due to this COVID situation, they've had to put it on hold. And this year-to-year street parties have been put on hold across the world. So it must be affecting the soca community a lot. So we're gonna invite some of the soca DJs in. Let's see who we got here. Let's see who we got. We do our Royal Rumble admission.
Really cool.
So
we need to start putting the the countdown.
Yeah.
You need to start putting the countdown on the screen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My God, who we got here? We got Sir Influential.
Big up. Manners and respect.
Yes, man. So influential from the flag sound. Right, who we got next? We got someone else lining up. Who we got next? Who we got rolling in right now? Let's see who we add in. Oh, hey! Got DJ Remstar in the building.
Easy.
Yeah, you get me?
His audio lined up, yeah? It's okay. Okay, he's here.
He's here. All right, everyone. All right, cool. We got a couple more, waiting for a couple more. Are you not doing? You good?
Everything good. We're nice. Easy.
I love that.
You bless?
Always, man. Always. Remstar, Wagwan.
What's good, man? What's good, C6?
They are my brother, They are. Yeah, so, as I said, today, we want to have a little chat about soca music. As I said, earlier on, just before you came on, I described it as like the Marmite of genres. In especially in a multi-genre party, it's like the Marmite. Because you get some people that lose their mind and love it. Like it's in its own lane. And then you get people that just like,
not for me.
Not for me.
But that's in every genre though.
No. Listen, no, I disagree. There's genres that people dislike or don't. That's not my favorite. But there's genres that are kind of like more universal. You know what I'm saying? And this is a niche genre. But it's massive. I'm not knocking it. I'm not discrediting it. It's massive. And for those who love it, I'm talking like they are in love with it. It's a lifestyle.
Definitely.
It's a feeling. And then there's a set of people. Listen, my granddad's from Trinidad. Growing up
here. What?
And then growing up, let me tell you something. My grandfather was a calypso singer.
Yes.
He went by the name of Young Lord Kitchener. Yeah. And he used to sing in Club Rafifi and all these places. But soca to me growing up wasn't something that, it wasn't for me. You understand?
That's interesting.
It's very interesting, but I wasn't very connected to that side of my family, the Trini side. I've never been very connected. My granddad and I never had a great relationship growing up. Family politics,
that makes sense.
That never made, that wasn't such a big influence in my life.
That explains it then.
As the Jamaican side, so you see where the dance hall, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
over the last few years, I've given it a chance, and it's
as you rightly should, as your grandfather,
of course,
as your grandfather would expect you to,
of course, and it's a flipping vibe, and I want to go to Trini Carnival. I want to go and see my family come from a place in the port of Spain called the Harp. I'm not sure if you guys know it.
Yeah, of course, man. I'm Trini.
You see, I don't know where that place.
Hey, see, we could all be your cousin, bro.
It could be. Is it? Hold on. Well, it could be.
I haven't been to Trinidad yet, but I've been to quite a few of the other carnivals. So
yeah.
Well, see, I'm from Trinidad, so next time when the quarantine goes away, maybe.
Yeah, bro. Listen, February, innit? That's the carnival time, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it's going ahead.
No, bro, I don't mind. But I heard that once you go, it becomes an annual thing. I heard that you can't want to go and not want to go again. You know what I mean?
Well, based on how you're talking, you might want to. That might not be the case because you might go once and say, "Nah, it's not for me," and then you want to go Jamaica Carnival all the time instead.
Bro, I swear, the way how I've seen that, I swear, if I go, I might not even come back. Hold on, listen, we got someone else. We're entering someone else. Who we got in this? Who we got rolling up here now? Hey,
man come with backdrop.
Man come with the backdrop.
QT.
You know what I mean?
Triple M.
You know what I mean? So yeah, he's connecting his audio.
Oh, he's testing. He's doing a little test.
Oh, okay.
No, it just takes a minute to connect to that.
Aye. We got man like QT2 Hype.
Man like QT,
QT2.
Man like 2 Hype. I can't really do the QT. But he knows. Mr. 2 Hype. Yeah.
He's there.
He does
testing. You good? You look frozen, brother.
He thinks he's still testing.
It looks like he's got 2G, bro.
Yeah. He's not even looking at the way.
Green's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Green's you. That's what they say, isn't it?
Yeah, these are that Green's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Green's Wi-Fi.
Definitely. I mean, mountaintop Wi-Fi.
Straight. My name Sortiers, my name Country.
Trust me. So hold on. We had who else did we have lined up first?
It's Triple, but I don't know if he's making it in there, bro.
Who's that?
Triple M.
Oh, Triple M. All right, cool.
I don't know if he's gonna make it. He might pop up later.
I know nothing still. Let's try and get QT sorted out. I don't know what we're gonna do here. Anyone got any data we can send him? We can send him my data or a little wife.
Man's fully just paused, bro.
Yeah, he said it. It's frozen.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see if we can get him back. Let me. I'm gonna disconnect him. Let's see if that makes sense. If we remove him. Oh no, hold on. I can't do that because he says he won't be able to rejoin. He's gonna have to try a thing himself. Hold on.
He needs to leave the meeting himself and come back.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bit mad. I don't know how he's gonna do that. Let me see. This has never happened, by the way, guys. Just letting you know.
Yeah, man, it's all right. You know, everybody's technical issues is happening. The internet providers can't handle all of this internet usage over the last month.
Yeah,
everyone's struggling. So ain't nothing.
Nah, of course, man. This is to justify the 5G, you know. Yeah, because we go through things like this and then we borrow for 5G, and then when they get to us, we can't complain.
But 5G is not going to kick in properly till about 2022, 2023 anyway. I work in telecommunications. It's not going to kick in like that.
Bro, to be honest, I don't know about it, and I don't really talk business about that, you know.
I think certain areas have got 5G. Like my phone's 5G, but I'm only seeing 4G on my signal.
Right.
There's one road in Brixton that has 5G.
One road?
Yeah, just one road.
All right. QT, they are.
So you saying that other QT can't leave?
The other QT's frozen.
Yeah, let me see what we can do
What
with
the
that.
hell?
Can you see it?
No.
Yeah, you can see it still.
You can't see a twin. You can't see a twin. All right, let me see if we can. Boom. Yeah, see him there. All right, cool.
Yeah,
Gone.
Yeah.
gone.
All right, guys. Welcome to Deck 1, Deck 2 podcast. This podcast is from Fats and I. And it's basically, we put it together to talk about DJing and music and all of the things that, you know, us in our industry go through, and have some discussions about music. It's just some grown up musical discussions. And we try to, for whatever topic we speak about, we try to get 3 or 4 of the guests that best suit that topic. You know what I mean? And obviously with the news of Notting Hill Carnival being cancelled, which was kind of expected, but I guess when it happened, it was like a thump in the face, even though you knew it was coming. You understand? And then we decided we need to have a chat about it. And I got a lot of questions about soca. I want to understand it, as you know. So we thought about the heavyweights, in my opinion, or in our opinion, in this game. And obviously, QT2 Hype, Flag Sound, Triple M, Remstar. These are the people that come to mind to me when I hear soca. So if anyone's listening and that's not that's who I think of. If I was having a soca dance, that's to me, that's the lineup that I want. You understand? So I'm glad that you could all make it. Fats?
Yeah, man. Big up everyone for making it. Obviously, this is episode 7. As we go along, we'll get the old title going. But right now, the main question is, like, what do you lot actually think about, obviously, the whole cancellation of Notting Hill Carnival, and then obviously all the other carnivals basically have been cancelled as well this year. So what's you lot's take on it?
Well,
Anyone?
Anyone can answer. Anyone can answer.
I think the man who got Trinidad Carnival should talk first, because the man get up.
Oh yeah, and the fact that Trinidad Carnival happened, didn't it? So anyone that got to go to that one is in the flipping lucky bunch. You get me?
Anybody that went to any carnival in February, lucky. Whether it's Trinidad, Haiti, Dominica, and Kayak Mas.
Okay.
Trinidad was fire. We're just gonna put it out there.
Yeah,
Trinidad was extreme fire. And they started to put things in place over there already, because it was already heating up. They weren't letting in anybody who come from China or that side of the world. They were sending them right back. They weren't allowed into Trinidad.
Okay.
So it was already heating up from then. Yeah. To be fair, the British were probably the last to catch on to this thing, and that's why we're in this state, because we didn't take it serious. When I say we, I mean Britain as a whole. We didn't take it serious. And now we're in a state, and now there's hundreds of people dying every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in terms of Carnival had to get locked off, because there's millions of people in one vicinity. Like that, it would have caused mayhem. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of it actually being locked off for DJs, and a lot of us run mass bands, we have trucks on the roads, we have steel bands. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we have to start putting into place for Carnival from the day Carnival finishes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Monday night. We're planning for the year. You know what I'm saying? So it's a major impact.
Okay.
It's a major impact for all of us on the scene.
All right, cool. All right, let me ask you a question then, yeah? Do you feel, yeah, that, like, obviously carnivals, and are they like a massive part of the soca culture? More than, like, because obviously, you know, like the dance halls, the dances, them. It's just the dances. So you have a lot more, but I notice, because for me, for example, when I go carnival, I very rarely follow the floats. Like, it's a sound system thing for me. You understand? So for the guys who really do carnival, like, what is the impact of carnival? What does it mean? Like, what is it?
Let me jump in and answer that, because that's something that I spoke about to somebody that's also influential in the scene, Barry Hype, a couple months back. For me, especially looking at the UK soca scene, European soca scene, so to speak, there has become a thin but still noticeable distinction of what I would say is carnival culture and soca culture. So you have the people that will come to carnival, they will play mass, but that's all they do. They don't know the songs, they don't even know what the artists look like. All it is that they've been on Instagram, their friend who's Caribbean or African and that actually loves the soca culture has posted up a picture of them in a nice costume, of themselves in a nice costume, and they want to put on a nice costume and go on the road and wine and drink a rum and feel nice. Now, the soca culture are the people that will go to QT2 Hype Fete, they will go to Remstar's Intensity Sweat Exercise Fete, and they will come to a flags event such as Soca Madhouse or Soca Loco. That's the so the people at the fetters who then incorporate the masqueraders, those people that travel to the fetes up and down the country. Not the people that just come.
Stick a pin. For someone like myself, what is a fete?
So a fete is basically a dance.
Okay.
In soca culture, it's called a fete. You're fetting. Yeah, you understand? It's a dance, a party, which is separate and apart from a lime. A lime, because sometimes you might hear them say, I'm keeping a lime. That's like when you and your friend go hold a chill on the corner. That is a lime. So when you like run dominoes and thing, and easy back, that is a lime. Fete noise where you're pumping, you put on your shorts, your sneakers, or if it's a posh fete, you put on your nice trousers and shoes, and you step out and you're fetting your vibes and your partying hard. You understand?
Okay.
So those are the two things. So for me, that is what the distinction is. So what you find is you have a lot of people coming to Carnival because of the hype and how it's been advertised and marketed as a thing of, oh, you can come and it's a celebration, but celebration of what and for who and why? Because when you're coming and you don't know no soca music, you don't know anything other than Tiny Whiny, you see me? And then, you're groping the females, you're pushing down the security, you're arguing with the lady that is giving out water and food, you're arguing with the band leader because he's not allowing you because you don't have a wristband in hand. No. So that is...
But influential.
Yeah.
Does that happen? Do you think that happens with those that join a mass band, yeah? Or kind of more the general population that just go to Carnival?
It's a mix of the two. Because if I've joined the mass band for the first time, and you who are not in the not in the band at all are coming through and storming the band, you're making my first experience awkward. Because you're not obeying the rules. And then also, if you as a young man, because it's mostly the young men that are stormers, if you don't understand the culture of it, which is you're not obliged to get a wine. If she don't want to give a wine, you spin round, you're on to the next woman. Instead, especially in the UK, what you find is a man will cuss out a girl, punch her in her face, push her down, run her down, harass her, hold her back. That doesn't happen in the Caribbean and in America and also in the African carnivals. It doesn't happen. So why is it an issue here in the UK? When, yes, we have a diverse community, but there's still enough Trinis, Vincies, Greens, Bajans, Guyanese. So why is the culture not passing down?
Do you think Carnival, especially the Notting Hill Carnival, yeah? Do you feel like that soca music and I guess the traditional element to Carnival is being diluted? And obviously, if there's 500 sound systems, 498 of them are not playing soca. You understand? Is that something that affects does that affect the soca the Carnival? Does that affect the experience of people that come there? Do you think it should be back to just being that, people following the floats and, getting to know the music?
I'll let Remstar or QT answer that first before I give my opinion.
It would kill a lot of
It would decrease the violence, I think.
Yeah. Do you know a lot of my best carnivals in London is when there's heavy rain. And I'll tell you why. Because it just locks off all them idiots that just want to come a gal and in their best trainers, step on their trainers, they want to fight. Them man don't come out. A couple of years ago, we had 2 days of heavy rain. That was one of my best carnivals.
Yeah, I had a good one that year still.
2014. That was 2014.
20 vibes.
And so if you go back to that element, you go anywhere else in the world, it's soca all day. Trinidad, you don't hear bashment. The minute Carnival's done, you don't hear nothing else but bashment. But throughout the Carnival system, season and Carnival Day, soca all day, and same with Grenada and any other island countries I've been to. Bring it back to the essence, but then at the same time, you can argue it's a Caribbean thing and dancehall bashment reggae is part of the Caribbean. So why should it not be played?
I guess.
No.
It's two sides of a coin, isn't it?
The other side of the coin is, I feel like, because London is so diverse and because Jamaica's culture is so heavily influenced in London, the passing down of the carnival culture and the necessary steps to follow isn't as thorough as someone who is Jamaican and knows, say, yeah, every Sunday you do this. This is what you do here, so this is that. So, especially when you go to the official meetings for the DJs that play on the road for Carnival, you don't see any young people there. For a whole year, I was probably the youngest person going to those meetings. Then just the end of last year, started some under 21s, 21s throwing up and saying, yeah, we play or we want to play on the road and we want to understand how it works. And it's like, okay, cool. Now it's reaching, they're probably in a generation two down from me. So it's very important that the culture is consistently passed down appropriately and properly and all the time. We need to change the look of Carnival, because if people looking outside on Instagram or YouTube, whatever, and sit down and all they see is of Carnival is, oh yeah, they just come and dance and get and drink and get drunk and eat food. That's all they're gonna think with us. They don't see when, like QT said, people are sitting down and making costumes. They don't see when people are doing band launches. They don't see when people are practicing the dance routines. They don't see all these things that make up what Carnival is. They just see the final product and say, yeah, boom, man, nice. And also, fine, the sound system culture is very, very important in Nottingham Carnival because, again, the Jamaican influence is there. And at the same time, it's because of that why you're able to have these big sound systems on the trucks. And it's Nottingham Carnival start that on a global scale, because all the other carnivals weren't doing the big sound systems on the trucks back in the 60s and 70s. Not really. It was more Calypso steel pan vibes. So it is very important to keep that education alive. So someone like you, C6 now, who is swayed more to the Jamaican side, I'm very surprised you didn't have the same interest to sit down and learn about this culture that you're a part of. Because that is the thing. Where's the genuine interest from you? Nobody didn't have to tell you, say, yeah, come and learn about the great Jamaican artists. Come and learn about the great reggae artists. That was happening innately, so why wasn't happening on both sides?
It might be more because it's more readily available even.
But fact, it's been readily available. My mom's been going Carnival since how long?
No. This is what I'm saying to you. Readily available as in, okay, so for me, yeah, just growing up, I never understood, like what C6 is saying, I never understood that bit where they go with a truck, yeah, that is actually something. I only learned that about, say, 8 years ago, that this is something that actually takes place that is technically almost in its own world.
Yeah.
The rest of the people that go to Carnival just go there. We just think, this is how I used to think, oh, you just go there, you go to a sound system, whatever it may be, and you just rave at a sound system for the day.
That is because...
And nobody can... Listen, let me just explain though. Nobody kind of explains it to you that, okay, there's this actual thing where there's mass bands. I thought that, listen to this bit, I thought that they used to get the outfit, the costume for free.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
I didn't know there was a whole world. I didn't know there was a whole world where someone makes them, sells them, the t-shirt, I thought you get for free. I thought you get everything for free, brother. You just go with this truck.
I thought that as well. I thought that so much. And then I know someone who was a part of a band a few years ago, and she said she's got to pay, it's like £600. I said, what?
What? Exactly.
6 bills.
No one
Well,
explains that
listen,
to the general public. Like,
when I was a youth, yeah, my dad used to have a food store in Carnival. So I'm talking about when I was 10, maybe. Yeah. Now, for the purpose of this podcast, I'm going to say that was 20 years ago, right? But it was probably a little bit before that, right?
Yeah.
And so I've been going Carnival for that long, and I swear, the floats mean nothing to me. I always thought it's about Rampage,
exactly.
Jackson, what's his Nasty Love, go around to Volcano, and that was almost like a ritual, just sound system popping.
Yeah.
You get me, and just doing what we were doing, just having fun. But the floats meant nothing to me. There was no one that telling me,
because you're seeing this entourage of people moving around with you. You don't stop and say, hold on. What is this about?
Yeah, but I did. Of course, there's curiosity, but there's no education. No one has ever said to me, here you go. This is what Carnival is. This is what Carnival's about. This is what them floats mean. If you follow those floats, you're a part of this. I just thought being in the area is Carnival.
I was gonna say,
go on.
Because people don't understand the culture.
Hold on, go on. Let Rem have
go on.
I was gonna say maybe the partners the committee needs to probably invest more in the education side of it, to educate more people like yourself to let them know what Carnival actually is, what soca music actually is, and where it actually started. Because back then, when it first started, it was just calypso, and then eventually it then went into called soca. But soca is actually influenced by many other countries. So like Jamaica, Saint Lucia, Barbados, you name it. So in terms of like now, I would say I wouldn't mind, hearing a bit of Jamaican music or a bit of reggae, because they have an impact on our community. So it's right for us to have soca, Jamaican music, and reggae music. Whereas like grime music and hip hop and stuff like that, I don't think that should be involved at all.
Okay, so there's no place for that in your mind.
I think no, because if you look at the violence and stuff like that is predominantly done by people who are not actually in the Caribbean community or coming to just listen to soca music.
Exactly. So the thing with the music now is this, yeah. The official music for the road is carnival music that encompasses calypso, soca, zouk, samba, kizomba, bouillon. Yeah, that encompasses all of that. So when you have the floats or the mass bands going around and they're not playing any of those carnival musics, you have a problem, because carnival is an energy, it's an atmosphere. You understand? And that's transferable. So when the DJ plays, the hypest, let's take for example, if he plays the Stormzy Shut Up, you're gonna get movement. If he plays Ding Dong Go On With The Road, you're gonna get movement. But at the same time, even certain soca songs are not allowed to be played, because if we play, for example, Palance, you're going to have a problem. Because that song, as much as people like to burn it out, is one of the first foundational songs that get people to move left to right. Movement, serious movement. So when you're doing Carnival now in Notting Hill, you have to bear that in mind, that you could technically play whatever you want, but it has to be crowd control, which is why there's zones now. You have soca zones, you have this zone and that zone, and ideally, when you get to a certain part in the route, you got to calm down the people. You got to say, all right, cool. We've been pumping them hard with the soca. Their energies are high. We're getting back onto Ladbroke Grove. Calm them down. Yeah. The most calming genre that people will still enjoy is reggae. So boom, you put on, Love and Hate Could Never Replace. Boom.
What? Vocals?
Then you play. Then you play some any reggae. me and my friends here on the NZ, all of them tunes there like that. So it's very important, like the Remstar said, to get the education out there. And the mass bands do that, but the mass bands can only do so much. It starts within your families as well. And it's a two-way thing. If you're not taking that, for example, me, C6, I'm in the same position as you. I'm Jamaican, born and bred. But I did carnival in Jamaica before I ever come to this country and live. So I see what it's like. Then when I come to this country to live, my brother in Canada passed away. I went to Canada. That's the first time I did an overseas carnival. Yeah, as a knowledgeable person after doing Notting Hill for how many years? I've been going Notting Hill since 2002. So I go Caribbean and I'm like, okay, cool. Costume, this, that. You have to jump fence because you're not a part of the band. So when I come back now, I have a greater appreciation for the soca because just like you, C6, I only know Tiny Whiny and I need a woman by my side and them old school.
I don't even know that. I know Nanny Wine.
Right.
I know Nanny Wine. I know Sugar Boom.
My thing is this year, I was putting up because I'm a lover of music and I'm a man that I love to wind up on woman. I was like, this soca music make it can wind up on girl. I need to learn more about it. So cool. I then sit down and while I was in Canada 2007 and Destro was there in Quebec, I'm like, I need to learn the music and understand it better. So when I come back now, I started to pick up. That was BBM days when I used to get the song them sent to you. And you could download them onto your computer and then transfer them onto the phone from YouTube and all them thing there. And you slowly build up the interest. My mom's not telling me about carnival. My dad dead long time, so he can't tell me about carnival again. So it's just a genuine interest. And then obviously, as I've gone and I've learned now, my first experience of not in the carnival was going to Trinicana. That's my first time going. We're not going to no sound systems. My mom's friend who's Trini took me and said, come, you're coming carnival with me. Stand up in Trinicana and the float's going by and I'm seeing these tall women in these amazing, them time what they call Monday wear now. It wasn't called Monday wear back then. Woman is in the nice leotard, them have on the boots and it tie up to them leg and tongue and I'm like, yo, you seen, I'm like 9, 10 and bumpers big up in my face and the woman's like, come turn your face, you're too young for see them thing there yet. And she's like, come,
but influential, yeah?
Yeah.
See, like, you're just saying things that some people that's listening to this year will not even understand what Trinicana is, bro.
Right.
So you have to explain what that is.
So every country, most of the countries from the Caribbean, they've had a long-standing position along the carnival route where they sell food or they sell drink or they vibe. So you have the Guyanese corner, you have Trinicana, you have Greens corner, you have the Bajan corner.
Greens corner, that's QT's place, though.
That's QT's place.
And obviously, that's the longest
island, so there's a well-known family or set of families that will represent for that corner. When you're passing it, QT can attest as a Remstar can attest, you have to big up that corner, like so you can't go past Greens corner and don't big up the Grenadian people them there. And
my own experience here is that, like, obviously, like I was saying, I went to carnival. I didn't know what this other, like, there was another world in it. There's this route even. I didn't even know. I thought the truck just drives in it. I don't know. Well, I didn't know the truck is doing a route. Like, there's a purpose behind the truck going on this road. Do you know what I'm saying? So my first experience, I'm hosting in it on a truck. Yeah, we got the Ebony Steel Band family. Yeah, but I'm hosting on the truck, and they're giving me information in it. Like, oh, we're gonna hit judging point. I'm like, okay, what does that mean to me, innit? Yeah, but like, you got to now hype up the people in your band. You got to form. There's a formation they have to be in. So these outfits that you see them in and that,
it's like a competition.
It's like a competition. But you wouldn't know that because no one took that. Nobody explain. Yeah, it's a competition. Somebody wins carnival. Somebody wins.
What?
Yes.
Your costume gets judged. You get
it gets judged.
The
vibes get judged.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody wins carnival.
What do you win?
Carnival's not a joke.
What do you win? You win. If it's your sound system, you win a trophy. And it's just like bragging rights to say, right, cool, we bring the best vibes or we bring the best costumes. We have the best sound system or the best DJs.
Oh, what you tell me?
Yeah, so you do a route and you end up at a judging point. And at that point, you got to hype up your crowd. Your mass band has to get into an order. So, you know, you might have the girls in whatever costume at the front. some in the middle, and then those that are in these t-shirts that you see everyone in, they'll be like possibly at the back of your. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, because they're not getting judged.
They're not really getting judged. They're just part of your band.
Have to get judged.
So they're for the vibes. They're for the vibes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And then obviously, like you were saying, see, where there's like £600 for that costume, obviously there might be another one that's £300.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the t-shirts that package might be, I don't know, let's say £40.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Frontline
so all of that happens in Carnival.
Some line costumes
in Trinidad are £1,000.
There you go.
This is mad.
All right. You have to remember as well that some of them costumes, there's Carnival King and Carnival Queen. Remstar and QT can tell you about that. That's the top of the top costumes. That's like they lead the thing. They run the show.
Well, if you're gonna go there, back now because I've been in this since fly out my mother. Freaking, there used to be a costume gala. Now we're going back 15 years now, and that used to take place the week before Carnival, and they would have like those massive costumes that you see at the Olympics and all of that. That's the level of costumes that the bands was making.
Other people in stilts and that.
Yes,
all of that, the Mocha Jumbies, everything. And these people, they would be a big costume gala the week before Carnival. And that's when they would do that judging, and then they would get judged at Carnival, and then they put the two together. Yeah.
So, Olin, so in a way then, I've been missing out on Carnival then for all these years.
Fully.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm surprised, sis, because I used to be like you. When my brother used to take me Carnival when I was too young to go on my own, my mom said, no, you can't go to them things on your own. She was like, you have to go with your big brother. My big brother used to tell me, he's like, cool, let's go sound system. We know our uncle is around us by 1. We go check our next Benjamin next. And then he's like, all right, you know what? All right. The sound system get boring now. Come and take you in the floats them. And then we'll come and take a look at teeth, a little nanny wine from the floats them. Till it got to a point now where my brother's like, cool, I'm not taking you no more, as I'm not interested in Carnival like that. You have to go on your own. And then I was like, I'm kind of bored of the sound system because it's the same thing. The push and squeeze up and, King Tubby's is going in and Rampage is going in. But then what was pissing me off was people wasn't getting bottled left, right, and center. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this.
Stop the music.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then I was like, you know what?
When the crowd
let me go and really take in what's happening with the floats. And then now that's when I joined, the first band I joined was Arawak.
Okay.
Arawak on the road. And then I went with Arawak for a few years. And after that now, I joined South Connections. Even though I know about South Connections a long time, because they used to have events right by me in Oval Tube Station. You understand? And after South Connections now, as I get more and more familiar with the soca and the music and the energy and the vibe, and then you start saying, hold on, you live around by me in Brixton. You like soca too? Yeah, come true. And then now your friendship circle grows in that now, and then they say, you know, you need to do Dirty Mass now. And Dirty Mass is a whole next element of the carnival. So I'm like, Dirty Mass, that sounds fun. Let's try it out. Man's throwing chocolate, this, that. You said then I did Chocolate Nation. And then from there now.
Is that the paint thing? What's the thing when the paint?
No, that's not the paint. That's the chocolate.
No,
there's different levels of Dirty Mass, but it all comes under the same umbrella.
I tell you what.
No. But he's probably thinking of
Explain Juve and
he's thinking of Juve.
Yeah.
No, so Juve is a different thing. C6 Juve happens early morning Sunday. So Juve starts the parade. So for example, with Not Eno Carnival, you have the week of the events. Then Saturday evening, daytime is Panorama, which is an important part of Carnival.
That's still band competition.
Still band
competition.
That's
a very important part of it. That's a big
competition. Like, what's going on?
And it's major.
Major. Like I'm talking like that's more competitive than the costumes.
Yeah, that's massive.
Like, I'm talking like I'm in group chats where man are dissing man about how they play this still kind. Like, yo, you're an idiot on the tenor or you're weak on this bit. You understand? So it's very, very, very serious. And obviously, if you're like a Trini or a Bay or a Greens person that has been doing it from young, you will know how important it is. It's an integral part of the culture. So you go to Panorama, then Sunday now, you wake up 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you go Juve, Ladbroke Grove.
AM.
Then you do that till 9 a.m. Then you got to come back to your yard or your hotel.
Wait there, Fresh, wait there. You have to explain that. listen to this though. In that though, see, they do the route of carnival.
No.
Well, it's not the whole route.
No.
Not the whole route. How much of the route?
Ladbroke Grove, up and down.
It's
up
just
from
Ladbroke
Ladbroke Grove Road.
Well, that's enough though, innit?
Yeah. There's no DJing. It's literally pan and drum and vibes and chanting. You understand? So that's the deep-rooted, traditional, ancestral part of it. You understand?
And they throw paint on you.
You can throw paint. You can throw powder. You can do all of that. That's why.
Not on your costume, because that's
No.
You're not dressed yet. You're not dressed yet.
It's just shit. Okay,
this is just like
overlays.
This is like fun almost.
Okay, I seen the pictures. I seen the pictures, and I'm like, wow, where was that? I never got that. Where was the invite?
That happens in the morning. That happens in the morning, which is why now the people started to complain, because the people that live in the area now, when they look out their window now and they're seeing somebody like me come and cover their white Porsche in blue paint, pink paint, yellow paint, and powder, they're like, what the hell is going on here? Till now, they have to start moving their cars and go, or they go away for the weekend and all them things like that. So there's different days and moments for the carnival. And Sunday, so Nottingham Carnival traditionally started out as Sunday was for the kids.
Yeah, family day.
Just the Sunday. So that's why you see a lot of the bands, they have to do a kids section as well, because it's about keeping that aspect of the culture alive, and that's how you pass it on.
Yeah.
So you see plenty of people doing throwbacks. I'm sure QT and Remstar have throwbacks of them doing kiddies mass years ago when, boom. So it's look at things like that make carnival what it is.
Wow. You know what? I'm just going to say this. Obviously, it feels like that I've been missing out. And I feel like next year, I'm going to take in a few different carnivals and fully embrace it and go there and do carnival for what carnival is.
Yes.
That whole hopping from sound, I'm not even going to play nowhere. I'm just going to go literally and just get involved. I'm going to do this 5 o'clock get paint up thing. I'm going to do it from everything.
That's fine.
Remstar, I'm going to link you, or QT. Listen, we're rolling.
You know you're welcome.
And then another thing as well, you have to remember as well, C6, is that, for example, if you're going to roll with QT, that's a Grenada flex. How the Grenadians play mass is slightly different to how Trinis do it. So you have to bear that in mind as well. Every country has their own spin take on carnival, and that's what makes it so special and unique. So QT can, for example, tell us about how the Grenadians play jab, play mass.
What I'm gonna ask though quickly, and this might cause a bit of trouble, but say I don't mind a liquor. I know you're gonna be as the best. QT, yeah. When you spoke about Trini Corner and this and Green's Corner, QT jumped up and said, "Yep, that's the longest running corner." Greens. So I want. Is there rivalry? Is there a difference Is there a difference in it? Like, I know you say there's no rivalry, which is good, because I like that. I don't want no...
There's band rivalry, though. There's band rivalry.
But you said they do it different. So, obviously, anything that people do different, people think they do it better. So, what way is the best way? The Trini way? The Greens way? The Bayesian way?
You know what? Like, that's an absolutely blinding question, because it just depends on you. You see me? I'm not... when I did costume, when I was forced to do costume by my mother, and like I said, I've grown up in band life. I play pan. I've done carnival my whole life. So if you're a costume person, you're really into costumes and pretty costumes and all that, Trinidad have that on smash, absolute lock. Like you can't get no doubt, but. Is ridiculous.
They got my Trinis.
Yeah.
What accent is that?
That's his Trini accent.
That didn't sound like Trini accent.
That sounded like he was from Bradford or something.
Bro, when I said it, I thought, raw, that's Coventry or something. But
Grenada, we do Juve, which is we do Juve. We call it jab, which is black oil. We're not allowed oil over here, so we use paint. Like our band Island Mass, we do it on a Sunday with black up and all of that. And that's my thing.
I love that. When you was back in Grenada. Yeah. In
Grenada, right. There you go. So for me, that's like Grenada. What I would say is, if you're gonna enter it, just go and try it everywhere. Because I've been to Miami for carnival. They do it different over there. So I thought the Miami Carnival production was amazing. Like I didn't even feel no trouble in the air because you have to pay to go Carnival in Miami. So if you're not a DJ, you're not part of the band, you ain't in a t-shirt or whatever, or an artist, you have to pay to go Carnival, and it's $50, which means you have to really like Carnival and soca to pay to go. So you're not getting none of the riff-raff coming off, coming from the ends, and the gates are high, you can't jump it, all of that, there's police everywhere. Like, it's the production level over there is ridiculous. New York's bananas. I like New York, but it's like hair on crack. Like, yeah. Like, the murder rate is bananas.
Their thing is the next thing.
It's a whole next thing. But they embrace the bashment culture over there. So you'll see how we have like soca artists on the trucks and that. You're gonna catch Elephant Man on a truck and the bashment artists on the truck and all them type of things. You know what I'm saying? Over there, that's a whole never thing. Then you got St. Lucia. That's a whole next thing again, because that's Dennery, and you go Dominica, and that's Boyan and Dominica's live on the road all day. They don't really mess with DJs. It's like bands, man.
Yeah, bands.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's on the road.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a lot to take in. So I wouldn't just say start here or there. Like, you just have to kind of take all of it in.
Gradually. Man. So Remstar, what about you? What do you think? What's your take on it then?
See, but I've never been to Grenada Carnival. I've actually just been to Grenada for events. It's different, but Trinity Carnival is just different. You have to actually buy your ticket and go there to really enjoy it and experience it. I can't really explain to you what it is. I can say, yo, it's the best fete or the best carnival in the world, but you have to actually experience it, fam. I think when I went back to Trinidad in a space of 10 years or so, that was a few years back, fam, when I think Bungie Garlin released his song called Tabanka and Differentology. When I heard that on the road, I think I literally cried. Like, it was emotional, man.
Jeez.
It was emotional. and that's what soca is soul of calypso. That's what soca is, man. Yeah. Okay. So all right then. So let me ask you a question then, yeah? Someone like Bungie Garlin, yeah? Where's he from?
Trinidad.
Trini. He's a Trini artist, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Mr. Killer, is that his name?
Grenada.
He's Grenada. Okay. So this is something that I learned. I did a booking once, yeah? And they were like, can I play Afro beats? So I'm like, cool. So I was downloading these Afro beats. It was someone's party. She booked me for the party, but they heavily wanted Afro beats. She knows what I play, but she wanted me to be a little bit heavier on the Afro beats because of her family. So I'm like, cool. So I'm doing my downloading and I'm chatting to the man them who do the Afro beats and I'm loading up. But when I get there, I get to the party, they're like, just play Ghanaian. I said, what?
Just set you up.
Yeah, like when I got there, yeah, you asking me when I get there, I don't know the difference. Do you get what I'm saying? So, do you ever get that? Is there a clear distinction between soca from Trinidad and soca from is that let's say QT or Triple M or myself put on a fet, and we know that I would say QT has a Grenadian following. I've got a Trini following. Triple M probably has a Trini following or a collective of different countries and stuff like that. I would if I say, yo, I'm gonna put QT on and there's a time slot. I'm like, yo, QT, I want you to play some Grenadian music. So Grenadian music, in terms of the BPM, there's the fast BPM, and then it has a little bit of the mid-tempo BPM. So Grenadian music is simply quite fast, up-tempo. Trinidadian...
And it's very bass heavy. Sorry to cut you off, brother. Kind of bass heavy, it's bass driven. If you know what I mean. And we have a conch shell and a horn that's very distinctive to Grenada music.
Okay. With Trini soca, you hear a lot of steel pan in the background. Okay. The BPM is varied. It's from
100 or 105 go upwards to 130, and then up tempo to 160. Then you got Denry segment, which is from St. Lucia. That's a whole different ball game as well. And then you got Bayesian music.
It's more percussion based than any. You know what I'm saying? You might have like a one little instrument in there, but. And
then you got Bayesian music, and every island has their own sound and their own music as well.
Wow. Do you know why? You
like
know,
Bayesian's quite bashment-y at the moment. Like call it bashment soca.
Bashment soca.
So
that's blown my mind, bro. Seriously, it's blown my mind because, all right, I'm basic, bro. So I be in a dance here, and all right, so multi-genre raves. You guys probably all feel this when you're out. Say like you're out. Say you're not booked. You're going out for your brethren's birthday. Gonna do a little soca section, and you hear "Who the hell is Kim?" Then you hear Dollar Wine. Now I remember Dollar Wine. I don't know, but in the 90s, yeah, that was #1 in Jamaica. I remember
that was a heavyweight tune.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I went to Jamaica to my auntie's wedding, and that was the #1 song. Yeah, cent, 5 cent. But you get what I'm saying? So I know how. To me, that's old. I was a kid. I was about 7. So, but you go in the dance, you hear that. You hear Kim. You might hear then you might hear that. Then you're gonna start hearing. They might just jump up a bit. You're gonna hear Lucy. You might hear what's that? From your wake up this morning. Who's that? Destro, is that her name?
That's Voice.
Oh, that's Voice.
That's
yeah.
That's a man.
Yeah, it's a man. No way.
That's Voice. That's a man.
That's a man, bro.
Man.
Great tune.
Wowzers! I swear on my life, I didn't know.
That's Voice the artist, because there's 2 artists called Voice. There's Voice 1, and then there's Voice the artist. So Voice the artist sings.
He's Trini.
Bro, that.
You say Remstar, you're claiming him quickly, yeah?
I'm bad.
All right. Okay. So you hear the basic, and then they go from that, and then they switch, and then they play Togetherness and jump up, and then Palaz, and then now they run with it, pick up something, run with it, and that's
Grenada.
And
that's Soca Killer. That's Grenada.
That's Soca done. How does that make you feel? Because that's obviously the representation that you guys get. And when I spoke about earlier, before you came on QT, I was telling them that soca in a multi-genre rave is like Marmite, because you either love it or the people them just this is. But I feel like saying that, I feel like the reason why people think that is because of that same formula. How often can you hear Who the Hell is Kim, Sugar Boom, and Dollar Wine, and if that is your only representation or your only understanding of what soca is, it's gonna get to you. So how do you guys feel about that's how you are represented in a multi-genre rave?
It's been annoying, to be fair. And I've been in this like again for how many years? And again, it's just educating, and like I come up as one of the only freaking soca DJs that used to get booked for these hardcore bashment raves. Like again, we're going back 15 years. I'll be up in Dreams. Anyone knows Dreams? Holds them with freaking fully holes in the ceiling with Gunman Central in the place, and these man want me to go and run a soca set. But it's like it always used to be, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to come playing your. I'll come and take your money, but I don't want to come and play in your rave and play the same tunes that DJ Bagger British could play, or whoever, whatever British DJ is, because they're all Southern British. You know what I'm saying? So it was educating, and then like you do these raves more often, and you can see people starting to know certain tunes and getting better with the tunes. Like sometimes you'd have to drop a 1 or 2 yourself. Might have to drop a kid, you know what I'm saying, just to get them up. But a lot of DJs don't know themselves. Like you just said, C-Sex. You know what I'm saying? I've got an untold man on the dance floor scene that holler at me for tunes all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's for those DJs to educate themselves too.
Yeah.
I know Bashman up and down. You know what I'm saying? Bashman's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop, I like everything. So if I can educate myself on other genres, so can everyone else. Everyone else can educate themselves to soca.
I agree. So Rem, so let's say this now, yeah. You're at your cousin's wedding, yeah? And you're at your cousin's wedding and the DJ's playing, and then, you know, he started getting into a bit of soca because, you know, the girl's family is from Dominica. So he's like, all right, let me just play a bit of soca. Yeah. Then you hear that. How does that make you feel? When you start hearing the Kim and the Dollar Wine and Nanny Wine and...
Well, that... I feel good because I know that I can go deep in my craze and play way more soca than what he's playing.
Yeah, but for the representation of your music, how does that make you feel? Because remember, I'm the DJ, you know, and I'm gonna do 15 minutes of soca, and in that 15 minutes of soca, I'm gonna play all of the bait songs from 1990.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, but then from as a soca DJ, you have to be creative, and that's good. That makes you a better DJ. You have to kind of dig in your crates and play music that you might not want to play because they may not know it, but if you play it and they start rocking out and saying that's a plus for you, right?
But it's like what we said earlier, C6. If you know the family's Dominican, like what QT and Remstar said, you're gonna have to play the bouillon because that is what represents them. And like QT said, Grenada has a particular conch shell sound. The bouillon has a particular conch shell sound as well. So when you're playing Dominican soca, bouillon and the zouk, you have to play that. You have to play the Triple Ks. You have to play the Asabantes. You have to play all of them artists there and really go in. And then you have to remember the soca is also a representation of the country and the culture as well. So remember, the Caribbean is broken down into English speaking, French speaking, Spanish speaking, Dutch speaking. You understand? So the soca will reflect that. The Dutch don't, from what I've seen and heard so far, don't really have a distinctive soca sound per se. They like everybody's soca. They jump up to everybody's soca. But the English, obviously Trini, the Bajan, Vinci, have that. The French soca is heavily influenced by the Dominicans, the St. Lucians, the Haitians as well, which when you start to venture into Haiti, you get the different sounds like the kizomba and the kumpa as well, which is a whole different set of genres, which is very prevalent in the Caribbean as well, especially if you're listening to the French stuff. Martinique, Guadeloupe, those islands, they would take in and absorb the soca and the French soca and play it heavy. So it's all about doing your research, you understand? So if you get a booking for a big festival in Martinique or Guadeloupe, you have to learn to speak some French and know the French soca and know the French dancehall as well and know the French hip hop. So that way, if the promoter comes here and says, yo, C6, give me an extra half an hour and mix it up and give me something else, you can do that. So this is why I said earlier, it's about the soca culture and the carnival culture, because if you're into the soca culture, you would take your time to, like QT said, learn the music back and forwards, learn the other genres back and forth, so that way you can enjoy it better, you can deliver better. That should be a natural inclination of you as a DJ, you as a sound man, you as a music man. Like, for example, you can't tell me you're Jamaican and you don't know no ska music.
Of course, I know, yeah.
You don't know no Lovers Rock, you don't know no Rock Steady.
Yeah, man.
You understand?
Yeah, because I get that. There's different streams
with the soca. And remember, soca, you can break it down into 3 categories: groovy, power, and I like to say walk up, wind up. So that's the songs where you dance to the gal in with. The power is what the Grenadians and the Vincies and the Trinis, when they're doing the high BPMs, do best, where it's heavy hitting and run with it and mash up something. And then the groovies where you sing and you dance and you're just tripping down the road and you know.
Okay, so where do you lot put like a Kevin Little?
Kevin Little?
Yeah, no, I know.
Kevin Little from St. Vincent, but he would do mostly the groovy soca. Kevin, I don't really know Kevin Little.
Is he like a Sean Paul? Is he like a Sean Paul?
He's even further away, isn't it?
Is he like Sean Paul the Bashman? Is Is he like
he's even further away though?
further than a Sean Paul?
Yeah.
I
Because
would say so.
because Sean Paul still
Sean Paul had
can-
more than one hit.
Yeah. Sean Paul,
Because you know it's
Sean Paul can do the old stuff and his new stuff.
Yeah.
But Kevin Little's
You
on
know,
one.
Sean Paul have music with Squash from 6.
Mm.
Kevin Little put out a song last year and it didn't really get no traction.
But all right, so but let's see again. I'm only talking as an outsider. I'm gonna ask you questions like, and just forgive my ignorance, yeah, because I don't know in it. But is Kevin Little? Did he make a big impact to soca worldwide?
Yeah, because that song's a big hit worldwide.
So does he get the love?
Hold on though, but did people know that was soca, or did they?
No, that's what I was just about to say.
Or did they think that
I
was?
was just about to say that because
True.
I think
That's
remember,
the next thing. Because people were slating him for not having the Vinci flag enough in the video and other kind of things.
I think a lot of people thought that was dancehall, because even now I think some people will hear a soca song and be like, "Oh, is that dancehall?"
Mm.
Okay.
even going back to that song, you guys probably know the version with Spragga Benz on it, but there's an original version
Yeah.
that Spragga Benz got brought onto the tune when the tune got signed, and they threw it out there, and it was under world music or whatever. And like you said, dancehall. It was never recognized as a soca song.
Okay.
And that's the
You know what I'm saying?
that's another problem that soca faces. It always comes under world music or dancehall. It needs its own description on these music streaming platforms, so that way it can get more of a highlight and proper exposure and accreditation.
Do you think another question? Do you think Rihanna should do more for soca?
And Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Where's
Yes,
Nicki
she
from?
should have been.
Nicki's
She should
Trini.
have been.
Nicki's Trini.
Yeah. Do you think
Nicki
that
was
like? Do you think
born
it's
in
only
Trinidad.
right that they should do something for soca on soca, or like is it acceptable that they're just not in that?
It's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
I had a interview recently in a magazine, and I said this. Anytime a hip hop artist from the islands, as they call it, do a song with somebody from the islands, it's always a Bashman accent or a Jamaican accent that they're trying to put on or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Nicki Minaj was born and bred Trini. Rihanna was born and bred Bajan. They've done nothing for soca. You know what I'm saying? The most Nicki Minaj done a video in Trinidad. That was about it. And she put up a couple Trinity flags in her videos. But
And she went to last year.
Well, Rihanna is heavily involved in
Actually went.
crossover, so you could say that. But
she's involved, but she'll fling on her costume and go and wind her waist, but she don't do nothing. Like there's many artists that could be helped out there. But for her just featuring on a song that could pop a soca song. You know what I'm saying? I remember Foxy Brown doing how much tunes with Baby Sham back in the day and all them types of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't these big American signed artists endorse our culture a little bit that are born and bred in it? They know it. Nicki Minaj was in Trinidad this year.
So if they so you're saying they go there, they enjoy it, they take part in it, but they don't support it with their platform.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's mad. Okay. All right, I've got another question for you guys. So you go to a dance, yeah? Or a fete, yeah? With your woman.
I'm learning them. I said fete.
Yeah. We gotta keep it. So you
Keep
it authentic.
Yeah, you go to a fete with your girl now, yeah? Is she allowed to wind up with anyone?
Who's gonna answer that first?
You answer it.
I
You.
All right, yeah. I'll answer. No. We're not with me now.
Okay.
That's the end of.
That's it. We're just done. Explain why not.
Is this called respect, isn't it?
Okay.
What about if you're not there?
No, she's not. She's just gonna dance alone or dance with the wall.
You know what? I got a couple answers. Like
when I go out, I don't dance with any other lady. When in a relationship, I don't dance with anyone else apart from my lady. So it's just respect, isn't it? Just respect.
Okay.
Oh, how sweet of you.
100%. Like my missus has never done. Like, that's just not her thing. It's not that I've had to tell her, don't go out and dance with her and know that, like, she just don't. That's her. But if you're kind of born and bred in this thing,
exactly,
and you've met your girl in this, doing this, you probably wind her up, you know what I'm saying, to get her.
exactly.
Are you with me? You tell her she can't do it again.
Can't do that.
Yeah, because it's culture, innit? It's like, it's a part of the thing.
It's part of the culture, man.
Brother, exactly. So,
what do you say, influence? What do you say?
I say you take a wine within reason, because that QT said, if I met you in the fete, you understand? Of course, I don't expect you to come to the fete with your girls and not take a wine on your friends, but your male friends, but within reason, because some man love pick up girl and what? Come on. Nah, take time within reason. When you're in a relationship, you have to remember you represent someone, so you can take a little cheeky wine and easy and wine on your girls. And even when you're whining with your girls, still within reason, because sometimes the girl them do some things with their female friends. I have to think, raw, did you just do something before the fete, or are you going to do something after the fete, because you're whining on there like, say, you and her there for how long?
All right, so based on your answer then, yeah? So the flag sound, yeah, big up the full flag sound.
Yeah, big up.
Yeah, so you're the host, right?
Yeah.
So you're doing your thing, front of stage, the Magical's up there. You get me, dropping some tunes. And then you're there, front stage, because I've seen you work. So I know, say you work the stage. So you're on the stage, bam! You look into the crowd. Your girl is taking the cheeky wine.
Yeah, she can take the cheeky wine.
You're good with that?
Yeah. And I will even tell her, make sure you're whining good. Don't embarrass me. You have to make, remember the camera's rolling. So you need to, when I'm telling you what to do on the mic, you need to make sure it look good. So when we put out the video footage, the event looks sick. And you make me look good. So you take the cheeky wine good. You see me? Do a little cheeky wine, give me a little wink as well, and then you laugh and we'll go on. You see me?
Okay,
I don't expect you to make the man pick you up and fling you over the banister and nearly rock up your back like I see certain man do. But like I said, everything within reason.
All right, so say so you're in the dance. She's doing the cheeky wine, but he's taking that as a okay. So it's this is pickup time.
Then she will know to stop him. I've seen enough man get elbowed in the face. Nah, stop, boom.
Yeah, okay.
Enough man get elbowed in the face. Enough man get stopped and nah.
Because I've seen
you can't even do that now, because back in the day you could, but now you can't, because as soon as you go to pick up a girl like that, security come and grab you and say, "Now what you doing? Put her down." Okay. So them days of picking up girl is very, very seldom now.
Okay, because I've seen it. Obviously I was, like, I'm not like totally blind to it. I've seen it so far, and everybody just take a wine. My brethren was recently on the Uber Soca cruise, and he was on the Uber Soca cruise, and he said like, he went say like he was working there. He was performing. So he's gone from the stage, going to his room. He said about 50 girls try to grab him and wine with him. Yeah. And he's like obviously trying to keep it, respectful.
Keep it pushing.
Yeah, to keep it respectful. So obviously when you go to a place like that, it seems like the culture. It doesn't seem like it means anything else. Like I think
they don't.
But then at the same time, you have to remember, don't expect it from every single person, because you can go to somewhere like Uber Soccer Cruise and a woman is there and she won't ever give you a wine. Whether her man is there or not, like QT's wife does, she would never give you a wine. The most you can do is a shoulder bop with her like that. Give her a little shoulder rub and then she gone. You see me? But if her man is there, she doing all kind of gymnastics with QT. But and then you have the other side of it where Uber Soccer Cruise, the woman them is bombarding you. You're trying to quickly go piss and change and come back for the next party, and you get 50 wine. It might be all 5 seconds, but it's quick wines. Which, if you're in a relationship and your partner sees you do that, not gonna feel no way. But it's when you're there now and you're grabbing up girl and you're. You have to know. Obviously, everybody has their differences in their relationships. Like Remstar said, boom. And certain men don't even like whining. They don't like that attention. They're rather just kick back and easy and watch their woman whine. I see enough men do that enough time as well. They let the woman whine themselves in the middle and nobody's whining on their woman because it's their woman. So it all depends on the dynamics of your relationship and what you will allow to whatever extent.
Okay. So Fats then. Obviously, I know you're not in the soca world, so you and your missus go out, and as you're walking through a crowd, a man start, You know, you're at the bar trying to get a drink. You know, like you're at the bar and you turn around and. How do you feel about it? Do you say it's the culture, or do you do a Remstar and get cross? In fact, it's frozen throughout it.
Oh, look how he froze as well.
He's frozen. He's frozen.
I'm of the same thought. I'm of the same thought as QT, innit? As in, if I'm dating somebody that is Trinidadian, St. Lucian, Grenadian, whatever it may be, yeah. If I'm dating someone who is of that culture, and that is what happens within the culture, then I really, even if I haven't met her in a party, I haven't, do you understand what I mean? I can't really tell her just to stop what happens in her culture. I can tell her I don't like it.
Oh God, Virgin, what kind of 2G you got, man? He's the one with the dial-up. Like someone picked up the house phone.
She's probably taking 100 wines instead of 5. You know what I'm saying? Because I've now gone and told her to stop whining.
I hear you.
Do you know what I'm saying? So really, I just kind of, you know, not when if I'm there, allow it, innit? Like, give it a miss. But if I'm not there, cool, innit? Hold a couple wines, no numbers, no, you know.
At the same time as well, if like one of you is born and bred in this, and your partner that knows nothing about the culture, you need to educate them.
Exactly.
Because that is a shock. Because if you're standing there and you see your man or your girl just taking wine, and to them it's normal, but to you, this is ridiculous. You're gonna wild out.
Right, yeah, right. Hold on. I took you to the party and you cheated on me 50 times.
Basically.
Out in the wines, you know.
Yeah.
That's mad. Yeah, that's mad. All right, listen. So I had a question, but based now hearing the how you guys have broke down soca, the question feels stupid because I was like, name your top 5 tunes, but then that doesn't make sense because that's like that clearly don't make sense. So can I ask?
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
What? Yeah.
That's
more time.
Having this little bit of knowledge that you guys have told me that question is irrelevant. So what I want to do, I kind of want to change the question here, and I want to say like, so if we look at reggae, for example, yeah, there's like the king of reggae, Bob Marley, for example, yeah, or who gets that kind of? So if you was
Marshall Montana.
Is that the modern? Is he like the cartel? So
No,
so someone like Lord Kitchener, would he be like the Bob? Or
right.
something?
Yeah.
So now we're going into Calypso.
Oh, that's Calypso. Okay.
Yeah, that's Calypso.
Because you would have that Calypso there. That would Kitchener and them man there 100%. And then if you want to go into where soca started, we can talk about Super Blue. So Super Blue was king of Trinidad in the 90s. Right?
So can you give me a song that he sings? Just to see if I know it.
Super Blue. Jump and Wave. We had,
okay.
Back in our time.
I know what you're saying now. I know who he is now. Based on that.
Right. Marshall is 40, 4 Rems, I can't remember, and he's been in this thing for about 40 years.
So he's like is he like the Beanie Man of
100%. Like he made a tune called Too Young to Soca in 80, 90 something maybe. We're going right the way back, and he's been forefront since then.
Okay.
Since then, you know what I'm saying? He has a massive event in Trinidad for Carnival every year, Marshall Mondays. Thousands of people. Thousands of people.
The man got married at his event.
Can you tell them how much a ticket is for that?
For Marshall Monday, starting's £150 pounds. That's for general.
I needed you to say that so C6 can understand that this is not a joke, bro.
No, the magnitude.
He has loads of artists.
Production. He had Teddy Riley and Blackstreet there this year.
Yeah, it's like a concert, but it's crazy.
Yeah,
C6 got married this year at his own event. Donnie had the wedding and the reception all one time.
So basically we paid for his wedding.
Them man, QT and Remstar came from. I wasn't there. QT and Remstar fought that for me.
I had my little backstage boss. I was good still.
QT was eating the canapes and drinking the finest punching and saying, "Yeah, I'm good."
So he is the biggest thing in soca.
So if we're gonna say Bounty and Beanie, it'll be Marshall and Bungie.
Yeah,
they're the heavyweights. And like Bungie would be the Bounty because he's the ghetto. He was ghetto. You know what I'm saying? He was the little gangster coming up, and he's lyrical hard.
Yeah.
Who will be the queen then? So are you looking at Destra?
Destra.
100%.
Destra over. What's the other woman called then?
Alison Hines.
Yeah,
Alison Hines from Barbados. She's major.
So is she not bigger than Destra?
Ooh, it's debatable.
You know what's funny? I would say she got the better tune, but it's like Destra was like definitely the Trini Queen.
And I feel like also because Alison Hines is older, that's why she has the more of the edge because she's been doing it for longer, like.
So it's Alison Hines like Lady Saw and then
Destra.
The other one is Spice. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go relate it all to dancehall.
Well.
It makes sense. Once I put it in the dancehall thing, it makes sense. It makes sense. So who's the new kid on the block? Like who's the one like
Voice?
There's loads. Though.
Voice.
That's Alkaline.
Second Star. Nyla Blackman. Herfanals.
Natty and Thunder.
What about Mr. Killer?
Mr. Killer. Mr. Killer's not that new though.
No.
Oh, he's not
Killer come since 04, 03.
Yeah.
You know
when he was called Baby Killer.
But he's Grenade.
Wow.
That's Myland. So it's like the Grenadians have a whole bag of artists themselves that are heavyweights.
So we might call him like Busy Signal or something.
Yeah.
You would say that because we're going back to the 2000s now. So if we're gonna go like now, Movado and Busy and them, and then you're going to be talking the Baby Killers and Lava Man and
Brother B and
that kind of the Brother B. That level, Little Rick, even Little Rick, I'll go back further to be fair.
Yeah, Little Rick is older,
Yeah,
Rick
in 95.
You know what? Yeah, I have a question for you lot because obviously C6 probably ain't really aware, but do you think there will be like so? Obviously, everything in the UK is bubbling right now. Drill, a little bit of dancehall, hip hop, so on and so forth. Obviously, there is UK soca. As in soca artists from the UK that live here, do you think there will be like a part where or a time when it will get to the level of, where it's kind of like the dancehall in the UK or the
hip hop
in the UK?
It started already. Trini Boy Juicy has the biggest UK song. Trini Boy Juicy featuring Wet TV,
all over
overhead, 500,000 views, biggest UK song. For soca.
But what I'm saying is though, listen to that though, yeah. You said 500,000 views, but my little brother, let's say, who does drill or hip hop or whatever, will get 500,000 views in no time.
2 mil.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, drill is a subgenre of hip hop and grime, so it has that bigger platform. You're talking about a different audience altogether.
Yeah, no, but what he's saying like, so 500,000 views. So you're saying 500,000 views is good for soca?
Yeah.
For a UK soca artist. But you gotta remember, he's now competing with the artists, the soca artists that are international. So with the Mashells, the Mr. Killers, the Skinny Fabulouses, the Skinny Bantons, the Nina Blackmans, all these established artists who are in the Caribbean right now, sit down and join. Whereas the soca scene globally doesn't really take him to the UK like that for artistry. So when you have a UK soca artist who was born in Trinidad, now lives here in the UK, and is able to produce year after year. He's won the UK Soca Monarchs, he's won the Road Marches, and he now has a song, after doing it for 10 years, where it hits 500,000 views. Fucking thumbs up, mate.
Do you think there will be like, do you think there would ever be like, or is there space for a kid that his parents are Trini or Grenadian, and he just lives here and he just come up, but he loves soca, and he just, and he just put together a tune?
Yes.
There's
it's happening.
There's space for that, yeah?
Yeah, within the next 10 to 20 years, most definitely.
Wow.
So
that's
could you lot, So could you lot, because C6 ain't gonna know. So obviously, you know,
Bro,
he was
stop
asking
saying
about
that.
the.
Stop saying that. Me know,
All
man.
right, but I'm just saying,
No.
you're not gonna like. You know who Trinity Boy Juicy is?
Yeah. My cousin.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, could you lot give us some names of UK artists that do soca that you know are kind of like on the climbing the ladder right now?
Trinity Boy Juicy, Muzzy. I'll take Muzzy's work rate right now is bananas. Again, these men are going back recording for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's
There's Sunshine and the Diva. There's
Diva.
Joe Money. There's Nicky Baby. There's Vibes King. There's Terradan for sure. Batch for sure. Big up Batch. There's
Simbali.
There's Fontez. You understand? So that is it. And obviously Wetty Beach, he lives in France now or recently, but I would still consider him UK because when I first met him, he was here in the UK. So Wetty Beach, so obviously you lot probably know Wetty Beach as a producer, but he's now coming in as an artist now, and obviously he's on the tree with Trinity Boy Juicy.
Okay.
So
and we got
there's a lot of people there to look out for, but those people are the people that are going to be, you're going to see in the next 5 to 10 years hitting that international soca stage and market, which is what the UK needs to push through and catch it like that.
What was you saying, QT?
And we got producers too.
Producers. All right, so then, you see like the DJ scene then. Now, obviously, Flag Sound, I know of Flag Sounds. I know a few of the members of Flags. Me personally, QT's name has always been ringing from I got into music as a youth. Yeah, man.
QT's a general in the thing.
Yeah, his name has been ringing bells.
You're showing his age. You're giving away his age, bro.
Yeah. When I got into the business all those years ago, he was a veteran. He was a veteran. You get me? Remstar. Hold on. When did we meet Remstar? What? 5 years, 6 years ago?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, about 5-6 years ago, and we've just kept the link, which is a good look. And there's a few others that I've got in my mind. So, is there a UK soca DJ scene?
Yes.
Yeah, and you're all like, so the big dances, you're just all on rotation, and like you would catch all of you. Or is there separate scenes? You know, like in terms of dancehall or hip hop, or there's always these different scenes. Is there one big focus scene, or is it all separated?
Don't get it twisted. There's always been politics. There's always soca politics and you know, dancing sets that clash. You know what I'm saying? Promoters putting on dances the same day and all that. You know, DJs taking multi-bookings. I mean, I was the general for that in my heyday, so I can't really complain about it. But
at least you're honest.
Yeah, I was doing 6 dances a night and all them things.
Jeez. I think there's DJs that are associated with other DJs, and they would connect and do events together and stuff like that. I think that's quite normal.
To answer your question, C6, I think the soca scene has generational zones. So like you got to talk about Cork's days, the days before that in Kokea, then you got to talk about Flags Ballum days, then you got to talk about Soca Frenzy days, then the Coronet days, the Scala days now, the Oval Space. So you got to look at it like that. So like, not to obviously mention his age, but when QT was coming through and doing the 6 bookings a night, that was a different time and generation of soca fetters then. Them people now, they're probably, you know, they don't come out as often. So like, if QT puts on a big event and says, yo, I want the people that used to go to Kokea back in the day to come, they're going to be like, yeah, I remember QT from then, and they'll come for that event alone. You're not going to see them at Soca Frenzy because the age gap is very big. And then when Remstar does his birthday event, you're going to see some girl you ain't seen before. You're like, wow, Remstar fly the girl in from Trinidad, because I've never seen her before.
Fresh.
So that's what it is. But because the soca music, once you start to learn it and know it and love it, you get to learn the songs. You can then bounce up and relate and vibe with that person that has been going to the Cookie and the Corks from back in the 90s up to now. You understand?
Yeah, it's mad. Because I noticed it.
Like To The Rose, like QT will know. You can't say you're a soca lover and you ain't been to a fete in To The Rose. Because from South to The Rose, when you wasn't driving and you're young, like when I was going to the when I just started going to the fest, that's a 2.5 hour bus ride, probably 3. So imagine me from South now coming, yeah. I see QT Hype on the stage shelling down, and I come down like rotted. How am I getting back? And everyone lives in West. Yeah. You're the only man from South. Get me? So.
Well, I knew that soca was big. I tell you, when I discovered how big it was in the UK, especially. Obviously, I've always known about the carnivals and across the world. But when Flags booked me for dancehall versus soca, and soca annihilated dancehall, I said, I went around.
Was that one of the first ones in Coronet? It
was in Coronet, yeah. I think I've done 2 or 3, maybe 2. I think I did Coronet and I did Brixton.
Yeah, so you've done all, yeah.
And I think I went to one as well. I think I went with Deep Clarity to one, but all 3 times, dancehall
lost.
Brock up. You know, like punch up. Yeah, serious, like Tyson versus some little you. Brock up.
And it's never experienced. Like I used to do the original official Soca versus Bashment in Tudor Rose days, and all week, because every man them times there was like it was elite in it. Everyone had to be on radio, whatever. So I'm not even gonna call no names, but big Bashment DJs to go back 15 years, and you could probably figure them out. Every one of them running up them Ross Clark out on radio all week. Everyone. Them soca, why them little soft? Why them? That's what I used to think of us. We play soca, so we're soft, and they would always get me up. And they would be like, I made that man go home without his pay one time. That's how true it was.
He said, man left his fee in and gone. Yeah, but then you realize sorry, go on.
For dub plates before anyone even like. I'll be hollering at artists for dub plates. They wouldn't even know what a dub plate was, because that's very much Jamaican. But I grew up on SoundCloud. That's how that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I was asking artists for dub plates. They didn't even know what it was. Some of them, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, a lot of them know as well. But early days, like I was drawing dubs. People looking on stage like, "What the hell is he doing, bro?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's mad. Well, I know
they weren't ready.
That shows, that how big it was. That to me showed me how big the scene was. That's why when I said about the lovers of it, like, and in my head I was thinking, how can soca clash? Is there enough music? Because again, I'm in that 10 zone, innit? That 10 songs, and the whole night you don't hear none of them 10. None of them 10.
You don't hear none of that.
It's mad. So I got a newfound respect. You guys have definitely showed me a lot. So I've got a whole newfound respect for soca. And when, as I said at the beginning, my granddad's Trini, the harp, Port of Spain. He used to be a calypso singer. I should be more invested. But you know, we didn't grow together. So it wasn't pushed into my existence.
Well, now you can start to learn and grow and love it.
Well, so what did you say his name was? What did you say his name was?
He was known. He came here. And he came and he was under the name of the Young Lord Kitchener. So I think it was more like a tribute. I think he was more like a tribute.
I know exactly
artist.
who that is. I actually know who that is.
Yeah, that's my. Well, I'm a
when you say 2 Hype, you're the same kind of age as the grad now. Joking.
Yeah, so that was something, and but I should. So now I've definitely got a newfound respect, and knowing that there's so much history, I'm gonna look at Carnival different. I'm going to want to attend some of the raves. So when you put your dances on, feel free to send over 2 VIP tickets, you know. And you don't have to book me. I just want to come and experience it.
Remstar loves giving out free tickets. Bro.
Yeah.
What?
I said, what? Yeah, so send on, man. And I will come and experience it, man. Because that is...
Even the truck, you got to come on the truck.
Bro, I'm
coming.
Don't forget me, you know. Don't forget me.
Never.
I will play this back, you know, and say, oh, now you don't, you know what I mean? I tell you what I do. I got a big up QT, you know. We was in Grenada for an RJS trip, and he took me to a radio station out there.
Oh, yeah,
and
I remember that.
Put me on Grenadian radio, and that was like, I enjoyed that so much. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one of the things on my my CV. Yeah, that's one. It's on my CV. You get what I'm saying? Like, I've been on radio in Grenada. He played the soca thing, and I was playing all the other stuff. But the fact is, I was there. They put a lot of respect on my name when I come there. They treated me good.
Fully, man. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
that was that day, man.
You're forgetting who you're rolling with. QT2. When you say QT2 Hype in Grenada, that's a royalty, you know.
Yeah,
the man have a whole parish of Grenada to themselves.
Yeah, man. But he looked after man. So I'm never gonna forget that. You get me? So yeah, respect for that. But as I said, newfound respect for soca. It's yeah,
it's a beautiful genre. It's a beautiful culture.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely take it up. But Fats, do your wrap up and then yeah, all good, man.
Before I even wrap up though, can I just say I'm highly sad that there's not no carnival this year, because I genuinely look forward to that. I genuinely look forward. Like that is my, you know, I feel like when I go to carnival as well, I get 2-3 days in England.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm talking about as in nobody, like as in the police don't bother you. There's no, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just free for 2 days. I just live my life open, you know. I'm drinking, I might smoke a little bit, like everything's just free for those 2 days. You know what I mean?
And that's how you're meant to feel, because carnival started with the being free from slavery.
Exactly.
This is how this whole thing has kicked off. That is carnival, and that's the essence of carnival.
That's how I feel when I do carnival, man. But big up, man, them for coming through, man.
Respect. Thanks for having us, man.
We'll definitely get you on another episode down the line. So much respect for that.
Give out your socials and thing, man. Let the people them know where to find you and know where to download your mixes and all these things.
At QT number 2 HYPE everywhere. I'm so lazy. I barely put out things, but yeah, I'm on Instagram still. I'm producing a lot now, so you're gonna hear more rhythms than mixes at the moment, to be fair. But yeah.
Well, make sure I'm gonna send you my email. Make sure you load me up with your tunes, them, you know.
Yeah, send them.
I send out the dub plate them to is it?
Definitely.
Alright, Remstar?
Definitely.
Yeah, man. You can find me on Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, all the socials at DJ Remstar, numerical 1, so DJ Remstar 1. You know, during this quarantine time, I've been releasing loads of mixtapes. So Monday, I'm gonna be releasing more mixtapes, dancehall, soca. So yeah, man, more material.
Respect.
Follow me, Sir Influential, on the Instagram, and make sure you're following the Flag Sound on Instagram, Spotify as well. Mixcloud, SoundCloud, we're going to be pushing out whole heap of things for the 2020, and make sure you're following Flags Mass Band, because we have nothing's in store for this quarantine lockdown period for all the soca carnival lovers. So make sure to keep it in tune. Big up manners and respect.
And you, man, as well, yeah. These 6 facts, like there's few people I call fam in this thing, and you, man, I always hear you lot. I respect both of you. You know what I'm saying? I see what both of you lot are doing, even if I don't follow every day. You know what I'm saying? But I see what you lot be contributing to our scene, man, to everything.
Yeah, man. Big up Fats, because it's Fats introduced me into the world of, you know, I'm a pupil of Fats hosting wise. Fats is my teacher.
Yeah? Well, that means you're bad then.
Yeah.
Fats is a general on that mic room. I swear I had to tell you, even in Turkey, man, it's like he didn't even get to touch a lot. But when he touched it was Shell and 6, like, you would have thought C6 was mixing before he came out in run. We got like,
trust me, 6 p.m. man. LT6 enough time.
Genre, bro. You feel me? Any genre of C6.
And watch now. Soca's my new thing now. What do you mean?
Come in.
Any genre about soca.
Don't know. Alright, bless up, man.
Bless up.
Yeah.
So fast, when is this coming out?
So this will be out tomorrow. We'll be out tomorrow on SoundCloud. At Fats Official UK on SoundCloud and Spotify, and then it'll be on YouTube on Tuesday. So get 1, get 2 on YouTube. So Yeah, man. Big up everyone that's been watching the episodes, listening to the episodes, showing us love, all of that, man. Just make sure you're subscribed, like, share, and follow, man.
Bless up, man.
Big up.
Hey, we're not
Bless,
soon,
man.
yeah? All right, bless.
Man,
Big up.
Love.